y'all? It's the Normies coming at you a little bit of Wire, Season 2, Episode 10, Storm Warning. Shout out to Big Dog Dustin for editing this. He always holds it down. I'm like, Dustin, did you see what happened? He's like, bro, I loved what happened. And then we talk about the episodes because he's cool. Also, shout outs to Micky, who occasionally has commentary at the end. And shout out to the sweet-ass shirt. Look,
No, Micky has.
Oh, it's Omar.
Micky hasn't been commenting on the last few. People are like, man, we missed the Micky commentary.
We're gonna have to get on him. What do you guys think is gonna happen this episode?
Ziggy will do something to surprise us even more. And we'll be like, wow,
surprise,
Ziggy,
really?
I'm not really surprised.
Are you surprised that he's saying that? Because I think he... All right, spoiler man.
Oh. Okay, I saw the thumbnail, but I still was gonna say this. Still was gonna say this.
I was not listening.
It was a thumbnail on HBO Max.
HBO.
Did they over here spoiling shit?
Yeah. All right. Anybody else have any guesses?
The Greeks are gonna get in some trouble because they found out all that blue Coke. Or is it the Greeks' Coke?
No. It was the
It was Colombian Coke. They gave
Colombian
that.
Coke. I mean,
They
sorry.
gave Colombians out.
Yeah.
To FBI.
My
blue
bad.
Coke, blue meth.
In exchange for protection.
And we got McNulty back, so we're gonna get the ball.
I mean, McNulty's happy. He just came out of the heart.
Now we get Kima back in there too.
Spot on. Oh, that's right. He got his novel slob. He got a... What's the reverse London Bridge? What do you call that? When a lady's
Eiffel Tower?
On your face and on your knob? Remember that, the reverse Eiffel Tower. Is there a word for that?
It's got, maybe that's a London Bridge. Since you're technically...
But no, the bridge doesn't come up that way.
I don't know what it looks like.
Anyway, it was a sweet moment.
That's a menage a trois.
A menage a trois, eh?
And then there's Dr. Gubenheimer, whatever his name was, became priest.
Brother Mazone?
Brother Mazone, yes.
Dr. Gubenheimer, that was almost a sentence.
Brother Mazone, I'm sorry.
We got our Baltimore box up here. We've got our crab mascot. Fun fact: after the last episode of The Wire we got, when me and Marquetta went to go get food, and someone in front of us had a Maryland license plate. And I was like, hey, I recognize the Maryland crest.
Sweet.
This is Krabby. Also, I hear that you can call a treasure trail a crab ladder. Oh, that gross.
That is disgusting.
Wait, what?
You know a happy trail? You can call it a crab ladder.
That's gross.
Seriously.
Guys, hey, you're watching along with us. This isn't a market substitute, because fun fact, no one in The Wire ever says the words crab ladder. So you're coming here to get that kind of information. Feel free to support the Normies over on Patreon, and if you are, you're going to get uncuts, you get to skip or watch ahead, and you get skits. That's it. I think we're going to get it cracking.
Like the crab cracking?
Yeah, we're cracking them up. Dub is missing out, but he will be here for future episodes.
Presbo.
I'm like learning to really like him.
Jesus.
Where's the red string though?
You didn't even need it. He's like, do we have enough information?
It pays to go with the union card every time.
Ziggy said that?
See these east side motherfuckers over here? I want you to extend to these motherfuckers all the hospitality West Baltimore is famous for, heard?
Yeah, you want us to fuck them up?
No. Like actual hospitality.
If anybody's starting this shit, they'll have to answer to me, all right? Directly. You heard me, right? All right.
So he's like, man, I gotta give a free party.
You gonna show y'all motherfuckers how to grind out here, all right?
36 chambers in this bitch.
Fucking Method Man. Go fucking house Luke Cage, season 1.
He said, oh shit, it's you.
He's always gonna be from How High.
This shit right here, it don't make no sense.
You like the new product we selling? It makes sense now?
Oh.
Why does Bodie look so tiny next to String?
Because that stringer, okay? Zaddy.
How? Isn't he like 15?
We also got GPS trackers on all their cars.
Totally cool. Where do you even get this stuff?
McNulty pulled the software from his pals at the FBI field office.
Like, wait a minute. Oh, come on!
Fred's about to reverse engineer this shit.
Right.
Bro, remember when he popped the young kid with his fucking gun?
And knocked his eyeball out.
Yeah.
But now he's such an upstanding citizen.
Because he deserves to be behind a desk, not...
Yeah.
He deserves to be in prison. But I'm glad he's not, because he's actually doing good work. But you know what I mean.
That's funny that someone behind the desk is so rough in the field. You know what I mean? You think they wouldn't be...
Because they're not knowing how to hold up composure.
Not to brag, but union racketeering is one thing the Bureau does well.
That is exactly what I wanted to hear. This case needs closure, boys.
Dude.
One other thing you federals can help me with, and if you don't mind, a little discretion is called for. That right there is the district surveillance van. Sabaka stole it, and now it's out on nowhere.
He's in Brazil.
You reported the van stolen, right?
The theft of a vehicle from a departmental lot would reflect poorly on the department.
Motherfucking East Side need to get their asses back across town where they belong.
It's been like less than an hour.
Oh, Bubs!
Fuck y'all, nigga. Nah, look, I'm saying, what'd he say? 25, $2 and the coke kicker. I give you $2.15 plus the ice on top for free. What?
Okay.
Hey, he better beat your ass.
Wow.
He's all about customer service, yeah?
He literally beat his buddy into a coma.
You better get used to it, cause y'all ain't selling shit until we bone-ass drop.
All right, nigga, whatever, man. Cottage cheese, chest ass.
Cottage cheese.
Is he? They're selling like right next to each other though. Is that the dividing line?
Yeah.
Like, it's like fucking gas prices. It's like they're slashing it. We gotta slash ours.
FBI. Lieutenant Daniels? He's in his office. Without that billboard in my face, I wouldn't have known.
How could you know?
There was the wingtips. BDI is definitely giveaway.
Oh, it's just like the East Side boys hate the West Side boys. Cops hate the fucking FBI.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Even though they're all trying to do the same shit.
Built up a right nice sized nest these past couple of years. Every time you made me think about backing off some.
Back off to what?
Start bank account?
Ziggy, I forgot Ziggy's boosting cars.
Make it louder.
Right? Turn the radio
Why don't
on,
you?
lights, everything.
I'm Ziggy, and I'm still in a car.
Turn that shit down for Christ.
Right? I cannot work with Ziggy, bro, when we're heisting. Hell no.
Nicely done, nicely done. Like I always say, it pays to go with a union card every time.
Yeah.
There it is.
We getting a goddamn car ready? I mean, for Christ's sakes, we ain't got all night.
Shut up.
He does have that punchable face.
He does.
He was cast for his punchable face.
So a whole so they don't think it's an inside job, so they don't look at the union.
All right, Ziggy. That is actually smart. I'm not gonna lie. That's
Had a
pretty.
little plan there.
Okay.
Man is actually thinking a step ahead of like the next move. It's good. Now I need 3 more, 4 more if you get on like Avon's game stream.
She gonna find something she won't want to find.
What is this, Nikki?
Uh-oh.
Money.
It's gonna be the dope.
Yeah, the dope.
I think it's bundles of.
Oh.
Straight crawl space.
Hey, cash on hand is not a bad idea
No,
to just
no.
have on.
Not an actual wad though. Like this money looks dirty as fuck, bro.
Yeah. Jesus.
Just cut on the table. Okay.
This is how Chris gets home. The house is clean. He comes home, starts tossing shit.
So I'm Kima.
I
You're
thought you was
Kima's
gonna
wife.
go shopping. Me. We round the clock with surveillance.
The dude.
You try being me like this.
Aww. Come on, Kima.
Kima's acting like your average middle-aged man.
Yeah,
like married
right.
man coming home like,
She's
these
such a
dishes
bro.
are still not done.
Yeah, disappointed in life.
She pretty much been guilty.
I just want to watch the game now.
It's like it's hot. Get off me.
Baby's kicking. Wanna feel?
Man, Matlock is on.
Sports Center's on.
Come on,
Oh
Kima.
my god.
Could just said no.
I mean, based on the fact that she's pregnant, she had a long while ago to say no. And we're well past that point.
Greek guy, the one with the warehouse, pays me in cash. You don't believe me?
Fuck no.
I was saving that up to give to you for the new apartment.
You liar.
He probably did.
I don't know. He's trying to cover his ass. Just tell her the truth.
What is he gonna do with that money?
And just you know how he's making. What happened?
I mean, she should know where the money's coming from. Is she gonna use it?
Yeah. I think he is genuinely saving that for the
Yeah.
house.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's for the future, you know, bulk G's.
It's just dirty money, you know what I mean?
How
Yeah,
gonna
you just
sit-
put in the laundry, you'll be clean.
It's
How
just,
you gonna sit in that room and not take $4 grand to go get an apartment?
I mean, Skylar syndrome, right?
Skylar had the right to. Oh, you know what? She's got the right to. They got a kid together and shit.
That is
Yeah.
a thing, Skylar syndrome?
I don't know. I just
Reasonable.
Being reasonable is a syndrome now.
What's up, my brother? Oh, what? You slinging bean pies up in here?
I forgot about him.
Dr. Gubernaculum.
Because either you a Muslim or your mama need to stop laying your clothes out in the morning.
Oh, you about to get popped. You about to get popped now.
Let me be emphatic. You need to take your black ass across Charles Street to where it belongs.
We got permission to grind in these here towers. Second of all, I don't give a fuck what the
That's what's up. At least it's just in the arm, though. He did you a favor.
Blinked and that gun was out.
What you need be concerned about is what's seated in the chamber now. A copper jacketed hollow point, 120 grains.
This man fed the order of his bullets specifically.
What do I have to do before this man raises up his gun again?
They do you, sir.
Did no one freak out at the gunshot sound?
I mean, people ran, but
I don't think Avon knows about this deal because I don't think Springer told him.
That's right.
Avon doesn't know shit, so it's not his fault.
As of 9/11, the Bureau has one priority in this case, waterfront corruption.
This case is bigger than the union.
And we're agreeing to take on the whole case, Lieutenant. But the union is why we're in the room with you.
I mean, it is the FBI, though.
Yeah, does that help take some of the bodies off you? Like, wasn't that the main concern anyway?
But isn't that one guy from the San Diego office?
no, that's all San Diego. Oh,
FBI is federal.
A whole passel of hard-ass hitters took a go at Brother Mouzone and ain't lived to say shit about it.
Oh, wow.
We go at the boy, no telling what might get stirred up. And if Stringer take a shot, crosses Avon on it.
We put a bounty on him.
Oh, I pinned money on him, and first thing he come at me, might as well just shoot myself now and get it over.
Brother Mazone's got a rep.
Propjo's smart, though. He knows even that Avon sent him, too.
Just pull this off.
Oh, my.
He won't take contract money.
Who's it gonna be?
Showed him for a reason.
Right.
put the Omar signal up there.
He's a stick-up man, though.
Just
He
a
ain't
shotgun.
But, man, don't take out Brother Mazone, man. I like him.
I kind of want to see that grudge, man.
Yeah.
Hey, that's my birthday.
Uh-oh.
Rage in the cage. Let's go. Hell in a cell.
It's hellfire and brimstone.
Money on Lester.
It's the Baltimore payday and the FBI.
Aim for send a mass. Make sure the man goes down. No problem.
God, Lester, you have such a
Better than
smooth
3 on the left.
Fuck you, assholes.
They have that rivalry that they know is always there, but they're cool.
That's so fun.
I love
We
that.
should do that with another YouTube channel.
We do.
Tag your favorite
We
YouTube channel in
do.
the comments.
We
We'll
literally
do
see
skits.
Blind Wave, and it's all about
Tag your
Smash Bros. and
favorite
shit
YouTubers.
talking.
Doing the old inventory, are we? I hope there ain't been no thieving going on.
Jesus. You are a fucking idiot, Ziggy. I want everybody to know that I steal cars.
I stole those cars, you
I
ass.
did it.
They are what I order.
Yes, I got you the S series in the colors that you wanted. I even got one parked outside. You want to
Oh
see?
my god.
Oh my god, you moron!
You can't do business with you, bro. You're dumb.
No, he did give him the money.
Wait.
That's hilarious.
You're gonna drive money in a stolen car.
You know, them cars list out at better than 60 thou each.
20% was last week. Today the quote is 10.
Oh.
Oh no! No fucking way! We had a deal, motherfucker, a deal. It was my fucking ass out there on the line. You don't play me like that. You don't.
I'm Ziggy.
Man, you done? Take your money.
Right.
We walk out of here, bro.
Fuck you, you thieving Greek cunt.
Man, fuck that guy. I'd punch him too, Ziggy. That's shitty. Fuck you.
He didn't punch him.
I mean, he would have been glad I let him walk out with the money.
He got
Fuck that,
punched.
man.
I know. I would have punched him, Ziggy. You stand up for yourself more. Right
License
there.
plate hanging off. And
I know,
shit.
but that's
What
dumb. Why you
You're
bring the
still gonna
best?
get pulled over.
He's gonna have the car and his money. He's gonna get
I
pulled
know,
over.
bro.
Why'd you cut it to 10% though?
Because he hates Ziggy. Because everyone
He
hates
was
I
Ziggy.
thought he was week late. That's why, right?
Yeah, he's a week late.
He's a week late.
Oh.
He said 20 was last week.
Ziggy,
Gotta
fucking
be a better
leave.
business.
Leave.
Cut your losses and learn from it.
Ziggy just wants to be appreciated. No one appreciates Ziggy.
You
Oh,
dumb
he's gonna
idiot.
get a gun, car,
He like
and...
walks in with them both up, like.
Oh, motherfucker's just shooting.
What?
Oh, damn!
Killed him.
Are you serious?
Ziggy
Bro,
I mean, he's the last person.
that
to
is
use a
two
fucking gun.
people, one innocent.
In the back.
Do it in his fucking face, Ziggy. Now that if you're here, just.
And now you gotta kill him off.
Jesus.
Malacca.
Now I want Ziggy to die.
What does Malacca mean?
It means a man who
Dude,
jerks off
this-
a wanker. Bitch. This is America. I'm about to spend all this on the gunshot wound.
Why didn't you take the money too?
No, he had to pay the kid's bill.
Give it to the kid.
Yeah, so the kid was.
Shouldn't have shot the kid.
Well, kid was just like, I'm doing inventory.
Yeah, he should have shot the kid.
He kind of looks like a young Colin Farrell.
I can see that.
Oh, let's watch him Bruges.
Whoa.
This idiot shot people, gun his stolen car.
I like this effect.
I think it's just a super slow shutter speed.
Yeah.
Oh, time's up, baby.
Get the fuck out of here.
Hey.
Get out of here.
Oh, man.
Get out of here, fool, before they get you.
Alright, the thing that was in the thumbnail was him pointing a gun. But I thought he was just going to stick some people up. I didn't think he was going to shoot anybody.
I didn't think he had the balls to do something like that, first off.
I thought he was dumb enough.
I mean, he's dumb.
Okay, so he needs to drive out of state, ditch the car, keep walking.
He needs to talk to Nikki.
No, he needs to leave.
Them's was the Greeks, man.
The Greeks, bro, they're going to come after you.
With your name tattooed
And
on your
they're gonna come. They're not gonna come
Yeah.
after him. They're gonna come after his family. So that means his cousin, Frank, whatever his name is.
See him shaking,
What
dude.
is, who's that?
So good.
Yeah, who's the dude in the background?
No one, just traffic.
He's dead. He's gonna die.
Bro, leave! The cops are coming.
He's gonna kill himself, guys.
Oh man, I
We're
feel
not
bad.
that lucky.
I feel bad for Ziggy now.
Why?
He was crying and shit, bro.
He just murdered people for no reason.
Daddy never loved him and shit.
Stealing.
That's what happens when your daddy don't love you.
You're a bunk.
I know how to swim, motherfucker. Get out of here. Best swimmer in here, although I
You
have
have negative buoyancy.
I do need a life preserver because I am negative buoyant.
Oh, I am definitely not the strongest swimmer in this room.
I've saved Micky before. He wasn't even drowning. He was just freaking out.
You can stand in the water. I can't see it.
I guess.
Look at him holding on to the fucking.
Yo, he's terrified.
Oh no, he's so scared.
I love Bunk, dude. He's so fucking funny.
Don't feel right. You know yourself, them Barksdale people ain't to be trusted. Stringer talking parlay. Parlay? That's all they say looking for. I'll talk to him. But if it feel funny to him the way it do to me, I got a better chance of putting at least to the win, you know?
That's great.
You ready for your John Hancock?
I shot those people.
Okay.
It's on camera.
Oh my god! Bro, you should have just left.
Oh, I guess you don't want to die.
Yeah.
You think there's no Greeks in prison?
Yeah, right? They're
That
everywhere.
jail's not where he wants to go at all.
Yeah.
My name is on my hand in case you want to find out who I am in prison.
I know, right?
It's the official record, right, Chief?
It's what's gonna play in court.
Can it change something?
Oh my god.
You know, you type set. He wasn't saying, please don't shoot me. It was more begging. Yeah.
What? He wasn't.
I mean, but that's not gonna mess you up though, right?
No, that's it's more descriptive like that.
I mean, his face was looking like he was trying to say words. Did seem like he was begging for his life, but I mean.
I think Ziggy's just trying to.
Look tough.
Maybe, man. That actor is he's doing a great job. Gotta say, he made me feel bad for him this episode.
Glad you're not a cop. Come somebody come in here crying, I murdered a baby. You're like, oh, buddy.
Forget about it.
He's really good at crying. We should have quit him.
He's chill now. Is he drunk?
Probably.
Drunk down.
Moonlight on the water.
See, that's gotta be the worst. Dark. Hell no, you
Fuck
can't
that
see shit.
No, bro, no. Hell, you can't pay me when I mean.
You can't see shit.
It's great.
If something comes up on the job, how would you handle it? At home with the kids.
Okay, so Kima's just scared.
You know how it is with kids. You gotta be there. But you wouldn't miss it. Everybody rolling out and you having to head home. Keeps going like this. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Y'all ain't cut from the same cloth, King.
It's okay. I feel Kima's feelings are valid right now, man. Having a kid is scary.
She's trying to catch you now.
Yeah,
Things
but it also
change.
looks like she had like 5 months to talk about it.
Yeah.
Talk about it with her.
Still, things change.
She
Look
said
at
she's
the
gonna
kid.
feel like she's missing out if there's raids and shit.
You ain't getting bad.
I have an irrational fear of having kids personally, so.
Killed one shot too, but above the knees took the murder or whatever.
Wait, they were both center mass
You don't want them to
in
tell
the
your
chest,
family?
in the back, like
What? He's just gonna disappear?
they'll figure out where you're at.
Yeah,
Well, you can't find your family. You ain't heard nobody dead. You make the
Right,
call, or you hop
hospital
online.
jail.
You're like,
Oh,
there he is.
Yeah, prison's a hospital.
Sorry, dude.
You good?
Oh fuck!
Oh no.
This guy, no.
This motherfucker.
No. God, he has alerts set up. He's got his notifications on.
Why wouldn't he though? Oh, they got everybody.
Glekas, Sergey, Anton.
Horseface.
They got Prop Joe too.
And the phone numbers.
Shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the Gricks is so high up, bro.
I fucking knew it.
Making the call.
They got
He
an
didn't even look stretched
FBI
either.
who
He's
got
just
his
like,
fucking notification. Oh my god.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
Hey, Ziggy, the fuck is it this time?
Dude.
He shot. They're saying he shot 2 of the Greeks. He's fucking charged with murder. He went in.
Why was he there? Where were you?
Where the fuck were you?
Bitch,
What the fuck is Ziggy doing anywhere near the fucking Greeks? You don't know what you're supposed to. You're fucking cunt.
You're his dad.
You're his father.
Drake, thank you.
Oh.
Oh my god, if that ain't an uppercut, I don't know what is. Why is he so torn up about it though?
Bro,
Because I mean, that's his argument.
murder.
Also,
That's like such
the Greeks.
They coming for the fam now.
Yeah.
The whole fam's dead.
Have the boy go to Aton. Tell him to come right away to the other place.
Your new call.
No more phones.
Damn, they all got the message.
Adieu, my friend.
Adieu.
And that's the last time we ever saw each other.
Damn. They were the only people that came there to eat. Like.
Yeah, I'm telling you, they have bomb ass food there.
Hey, they forgot your fries.
Oh my god, y'all.
My fries are right in here.
Every time. This happens once a season.
Are you fucking serious, dude?
They're wondering why they never get respect because y'all be fucking around.
Oh my god. Shitty ass fries too, bro. Those are the worst fucking fries. McDonald's fries, right?
Yeah, hold on, McDonald's fries.
Nah, that dude.
They got the proper amount of salt.
Nah, Burger King fries. Burger King fries.
Yep. That BK. Rally's also fries. Only fries from Rally's.
I heard it, but I had to come see it for myself.
Oh no.
And sure enough.
Oh, fuck him.
Why are you here?
Major, we can talk in my office.
Lieutenant,
Perez, that's your Fajan law.
I gave you a simple assignment. That fella, the one in the corner. And to make it happen, I gave you all this. What did you give me? Right up the fucking ass.
Major, you're going to get some.
Roland, get your shit.
Roland?
You want to do it your way, fine.
You can take me
That's
home,
his
Dad.
Legos ain't gone.
It's time, Prez. Stand up to your father.
Do it, Brad.
Roland?
Get your gear. I'm pulling you.
There's word?
I got patterns.
Get your narrow ass back to the district before I slap you with insubordination.
Fuck you, dude.
Wow.
No, Perez, stand up for yourself.
Yeah. I hated presents.
I mean, he's old, but
Prez is forgiven.
Dude, you see Daniel's face?
Daniel was like, no, Prez.
Daniel's like, oh, thank you, Prez.
He'll
I
get
want
away
to do
with
it
it. He won't get in trouble because of nepotism.
That is his work and personal life.
He's secretly proud.
Detective.
Yeah.
Right. You're definitely going back behind the desk,
Oh,
Brad.
no.
You just proved it.
It's like, I'm fine. Here's my gun, motherfucker. He had smirk on his face. He liked it.
no, fuck him. He's a long time coming, man. He's
God.
No,
This is why Prez isn't in the field, bro. In an office in front of the feds and the lieutenant.
Yeah, the FBI.
Swung on a major.
This is how they do shit over here. These east side people.
God.
Oh, that was dope. He's not loving the water.
Where did he get the shirt?
Anton. There they are. Look at them.
Wow.
Whatever the police did not take, papers, pictures, everything, you clean it up. The warehouse too, everything gets cleaned up.
They're gonna
But is that not...
They're gonna purge
Okay,
everything.
there's like a
That's
bunch
not smart, bro. You gonna go back in the living fingerprints and
There's
shit?
a bunch of boats. He's good.
I mean, they're not gonna leave any fingerprints. Just burn all the evidence, probably.
Wow.
Oh, they're throwing guns!
No,
No phones.
See that?
It just threw the phones. What was he doing with that thing in his hand? Probably sending a text message. My kids are crazy over that.
I should see
What
TikTok now these days.
You get certain characters, you use T9.
God. T9's the worst.
I used to be so good at it.
Me too.
I used to get in arguments with my girl on T9 to be like trying to type, fuck you. By the time you get done
What the
with
hell's
it,
a
I'm
T9?
You don't know what T9 is?
How old are you?
30.
She probably had a psychic all along.
Me too. How do you? Okay.
Did you never text back in the day?
I had a razor.
Yeah.
That's T9.
Like you had to choose like girl and have 5 more texts to send this month.
Oh.
Who's that?
Oh, are you shitting me?
That's scary.
That's how it is?
Where is he? I don't know the spiros.
Yeah, bro. Move towns.
It's over.
They just smoke.
Nicky. Take that wad of cash of yours
The
And-
way.
Go to Westview.
The way of
Westview,
Shinobi,
right,
bro.
yeah.
No one will find you.
The way of Shinobi.
You did a WandaVision like reference, right? Yeah, I got you, man.
Ah, Brother Mazon, man. He got his boys in suited up too.
I know, right?
That's dope.
Lamar, where's my Harper?
Thought I was about to see Lamar from GTA. What's up? Can a low come up in your crib?
Every week I tell you the same shit, and every week you forget half of what I said. Tomorrow, first thing, you go down to the newsstand and you get Harper's. You know what the most dangerous thing in America is, right?
Chocolate.
Nigga with a library card.
Ooh, nice.
If String went to East Side up in here, why Bob still got a man running them off?
Think, Bodie. Think.
Hey, Bodie's making moves, man.
Just think, Bodie, for a little bit.
Now this was a neat trick. No one ever did it before. Identified a cell phone using time and GPS. We got everything on the phone that was text messaging from those coordinates at 16:45 hours today. Just a subpoena. With this, you can get account information and a phone number. With a search warrant, you can get 2 months of text messages.
Wow.
Bro! You've got 2 months of text messages in this file.
I do. Just hit him and run.
He's so excited.
They're all excited.
We're gonna go back home and we're gonna start typing that warrant tomorrow morning. But right now, we wouldn't mind just taking a peek at what my man's been up to the last 24 hours.
Exigent circumstances.
Nah, bro, don't do it.
Show that
Yeah,
fly
do it.
badge.
Come on, bro. Don't do it.
Come on, you know you have to work with the cops.
Good boy.
Man.
Good boy.
Oh, fuck me.
Ah.
Nothing's easy.
Send it to Prez.
Come on, Prez is in Greek.
I'm trying to get onto the boss man's text messaging.
They sent that Greek mess over his email. FT inputs, the computer will translate it.
Got it.
That's hilarious.
So you know
I'm
you
dying
have an
for
inside
technology
man
right
in somewhere.
He's full mental breakdown. That's the way we
Oh, God.
God, the whole fifth, bro?
Bro, I would be dead.
You ain't never just killed a bottle of Jack?
Not the whole fifth now.
Dude, those are the best. Little merry-go-round.
That's not his girlfriend. Is it her?
Nah, that's just a side chick.
There's only backwash in there.
Isn't Prissy the girl
This
that Ziggy
doesn't
was
look
fucking?
like his girlfriend.
Yeah, that's Ziggy's girl.
Oh, Ziggy's girl.
Fucking Ziggy.
When didn't he do dumb shit?
Remember when he forged that age of majority card? We told him specifically 2 bottles of Pikesville Rye and
Southern Comfort for me.
what did fuck not to get? Fucking Boone's Farm.
Oh, you watched this, never mind.
Oh, I just didn't forget. Boone's Farm is the shittiest thing anybody can buy.
Dude, Soko and Boone's Farm, straight Midwest whiskey.
You gotta sip up, man.
They're already feeling like he's dead.
I mean, essentially.
Yeah, I mean, fuck, it's like.
Why would he die?
I mean,
He
the Greeks
shot
are-
the Greeks.
Yeah, the Greeks are gonna kill him.
The Greeks are
He's in,
hardcore.
he's in protective custody.
Oh, he's in jail,
He's
for
in
sure.
prison.
Even that, though, like, he still
Try to
kills
cut
somebody.
a
That's so
deal?
hard. Like, imagine one of your loved ones, like, murdered somebody.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. Like he's going away for a long time. But I don't think he's gonna die.
Raids tonight? No, no problem.
Aww.
I can take him over to my parents.
You're gonna wake up the kids in the middle of the night.
You can call your parents, be like, I gotta do a raid, watch them.
Right.
Sergey knows Greek, even though he's Rush.
Flush that shit.
They're gonna put it in a shower.
God,
That's a lot of good coke.
Pile of coke, dude.
Can you not just resell that?
No, what motherfucker? Are you kidding me?
Oh my god, this is all waste.
Bro, he said shut down immediately.
Bro, you just wasted all that money.
Down the drain. It grows on trees, bro. They'll be fine.
Yeah, but all the people who sacrificed all that work, some people probably died for this coke.
Nobody
And
dies
that's
for
it.
coke.
What
People
an
die for
image!
money.
The imagery. The whole case has been flushed down the drain.
Damn. That's nice.
Yeah, wow, that's it.
You got the remote search.
I don't know what to say.
Pat is upset.
All that cocaine.
Pat, do you have a problem? We need to know
lot
that.
How is money?
You need to address something here?
He said he got a money problem. He ain't got a drug problem. God.
A lot of fucking shit happened this episode.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, brother Muzon making moves.
Brother Mezwan.
Bruh, he was out here.
Do I like him? I don't know if I like him.
He's just suave, man.
He's suave. I'm like, would this person actually exist?
How do you make that assumption
that's the
so
only
quick?
Thing in this show that I'm like, he's like too much of like a character to me. Like, is that a real person?
Omar's literally based on a real person and is an actual
Omar
character.
is realistic. I didn't say Omar wasn't.
But no, I'm saying that like
this dude with the bow tie.
Do you know?
Omar is as ridiculous. He's like,
There's
I'm a gay
kids
dude
everywhere.
who runs around here and like murders folks on a regular, and everybody knows it's me, and they know that I do it, and no one stops me.
Have you ever listened to the Gospel of Louis Farrakhan? Because
The white man is a lobster.
People exist like that. The white man is a lobster.
No, it was a great episode. I just mean like when he shot Cheese.
That
There was like still outdoor ambiance. Like,
yeah, it's true.
I know they're used to gunshots and shit, but fuck me.
You heard people screaming, kind of run away.
Yeah.
I didn't hear anything.
They did run away.
There was some screams and people like, like kind of like bumped out a little bit.
Bubs
but-
was like standing next to a kid. That kid ran. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is
People
Brother
laughed.
Luzon's
My bad.
family member or no?
No.
Is he a cousin?
No,
Nothing?
no.
No affiliation?
Brother in Luzon is just he's a hired gun.
Other than that, everything was really awesome. It really sucks, honestly, that the case got flushed down the toilet. Like, I don't know what
They got somebody in the FBI, so literally they didn't even know it that they were like fighting a losing battle. Like, they were fucked from jump. As soon as they typed this man's name into the computer, homie was like, meet me at the fucking IMA.
He had his fucking notifications on full blast, like Frank Sabaka, Horseface, or Patuka, or whatever.
Horseface.
So the FBI has no clue that there's a leak.
Man.
He's at the top.
They at this
That's
point
pretty
they
high.
should make these assumptions because like they didn't out themselves in any way. They were
Yeah.
like barely getting started.
But would the
So there
FBI
must be
ever
an-
make that assumption? They'll probably blame.
Because that's such a high up assumption.
How else would they get to the information?
They
though?
just assume that
I feel like
Baltimore
there's not a
PD
lot of
fucked up
ways.
somewhere.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of ways they could have gotten to that assumption.
And I feel what you mean, but like that is God. What a time we live in. For someone to go through the whole entire system and then make it all the way to the top and be that corrupt that they're like, yeah, I'm just like snitching and shit. For the FBI to assume that is like such a far grasp. Like, can you imagine like a congressperson committing crimes actively and people
Yes.
knowing about it?
Yes. I don't need to use my imagination for that.
Were you guys there on January 6th? So based off of that, I'm gonna renege all that and just say maybe the FBI don't really give a shit.
All right.
All it takes is one crooked person at the very top, man. It's connected, and it was just yanked.
What do you think they pay this guy? Like millions?
I think he's in debt. I think he's in debt to the Greeks. I feel like
In debt? Or maybe even relations, but still. Like,
They pay him in vacation homes.
I think they just pay his like family, and he just lives doing his job because he already makes pretty good money.
No, you
No, I don't feel like he has money motive. I feel like they're holding something over him. Maybe like
I don't think he's like I don't think he's working with them out of like being forced. I think it's like that's
He wants-
Oh, he wants my part of it?
Yeah.
I don't think he's forced.
He's a top dog.
That's his
And
people.
he'll do what he can, but he won't like put himself in danger because if he jeopardizes his position, then he fucks up their entire operation too. Because he was like, my hands are tied, but here's what's going
Yeah,
on.
they
Yeah.
definitely have mutual interests.
Yeah.
it's just crazy like that. I don't know. You could be that well connected, and then God, fucking Ziggy.
Are we there now? We can talk about Ziggy because what the fuck?
He had one good plan. Finally, he was like, I got a good plan.
Wait, okay.
How he stole the cars? Yeah, he was like,
For a good
that was
2-3 minute scene.
Can you guys really blame him though? I mean,
Yeah.
no. I'm just saying in the long-term Ziggy, like the life he's had, the way his dad's treated him, the way you should never murder somebody, obviously, but like he is a little fucked up. He's like he snapped. He doesn't get the respect he wants his whole life. But like he just snapped.
I pray to sweet Jesus I get you guys on my jury.
Look,
If
that's
I-
like, there's a lot of people who went to
I'm
some
not saying
tough
it's right. I'm
upbringings.
just saying like there's a lot of things that led Ziggy to
Yeah,
this moment.
but here's the other thing too is that Ziggy didn't think
Murder
into
is
the
bad.
future because literally if the Greeks shorted him, if Double G shorted him, they're so close with the Greeks and they work together well that literally all Ziggy had to do was go be like, Nikki, will you please tell the upper management that this motherfucker shorted me and it's unfair? They had to sit
he's already
down.
been asking Nikki for help with shit. You know,
No,
he
it's
wanted,
all
he wanted to do
pride,
something.
though.
He finally did something on his own.
And it was
pulled it
stupid.
off, had a good plan, and then he didn't get the respect he deserved and because
Nikki
he
was fine. Just
didn't
give
get
him
all
a-
that love throughout his whole life. He snapped. He got the.
Hey man, I didn't get all love all throughout my whole life. I'm killing out people. Shit.
God. He just the kid just got popped
You
and
got
then
love? I got no love.
just a little bit.
Recently.
And then
She's like,
just the way that he did it, that whole scene I think is really like kind of Ziggy's whole because everybody's like, man, Ziggy's gonna fucking die, but like it just built up to him being like, no, I'm just gonna snap.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm just gonna fucking snap.
It was one shot too. Like the silence. I like when they play like just no noise. Like there's no music. It's just the action happened. He was like, holy shit.
Blah, 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 blah. Trippy shutter speed effect afterwards.
Yeah,
they don't do shit like that often.
I thought he would leave.
The actor, he did a great job, playing up the emotion there.
Yeah, he fell apart. I think also to show that he is that good of an actor shows that like our hatred of him is like pure. Like he's like Angelica. Like he's like yeah, I'm doing such a good job that you hate me this much, and then you see him like break down, and you're like, And then even in the court, in the interrogation room, where is he trying to correct the record because he want people to know how terrible he is, or is he trying to correct the record so people know that like Double G was begging for his fucking life? But I mean, it could be either or, and it's just I don't know. He's such a good actor. I hate the character because he's on my nerves all this fucking time. But I also understand people like that because I've known people like that. It's just like, you're a perpetual fuck up.
When Nicky was drinking at the carousel and was like quoting like "fuck these college kids," like that's his boy. It was his cousin. We all know that type of person, that type of personality who kind of like gets off his rocker sometimes. It just sucks that they went into the life of crime, and that sort of personality type has its repercussions if it's not checked.
Yeah.
And like even Superior was like it was over some cars. Like they probably could have worked out a deal. Like
right?
It's just such a sad thing.
And it's like so much money flowing like within the network that he's already working in that like
exactly
that it wasn't like at the end it couldn't have been a money issue. It just ended up being like a respect issue. But like Ziggy doesn't warrant respect. He doesn't understand how to give it or get it.
Everything he does is out of just raw pride. Like he does it with just misguided, misallocated.
Like even the way he approaches the Greek or Double G Glekas, he approaches him like he approaches a friend. They're so what's the word? Informal. They're so informal. He's like, hey, what's up, Chief? Like, you know what I mean? He's talking to him like he's talking to anybody else, but at least Nicky's like, hey, like I'm here to talk with you like as a business person. But like Ziggy comes up and he's just like, I'm a friend and I'm your buddy and like I've known you forever. And he's like, dude, you don't fucking know me. And it's weird that like you approach me that way. Also, he does that to everybody. You know what I mean? He's got no formality with them.
No one was like Nicky wasn't there to hold him back. Like I know it's not his job, like Frank was saying, you're his cousin. But if Nicky was there, I don't think he would have gotten in Double G's face like fucking cunt. Like he's gonna choke you out and throw you out of the store.
And you still better be glad he gave you the money. Like,
exactly. Also,
he's blasting around. I got one up front. Yeah.
Just taking it for a spin, Chief. Right. God, you fucking.
God, they really made us hate him with like the cutting the wire and like the loud music and everything.
Do you know how much he told the cops? Like why was he there with the stolen car and why he shot Glekas? We don't know how much he disclosed, right?
Just one thing. You said he said this, but he begged for his fucking life. And he was like, please, Grand Big Daddy Ziggy, don't shoot me.
He was feeling bad.
Oh, man. Ziggy's got that giant cock, too, bro. You can put that shit to use in prison? You fucked. What a waste.
But, like, he literally did, like, just by having, like, shooting him and having George's name pop up on the system, he literally did ruin, like, his dad's plans of being whatever he wanted to be, the Greeks plan, the police plans, everything. Everything just got fucked.
No, honestly, the FBI guy would have burned it anyway.
Yeah.
It kind of happened at the same time. So they were just fucked. The case was fucked without Ziggy's.
Right. They didn't even know. And you saw how Prez was so fucking happy. He's like, look at all this
Prez, my boy.
Stole off on his foot. Bro, listen here, Mr. Police Officer Prez. You were out in the streets once and you knocked the kid's eyeball out of his head.
Yes.
And then in front of a room of FBI agents and every single cop, including your lieutenant.
Worth it.
You punched the major.
A geriatric.
You essentially should have drop kicked the president in front of the Secret Service. Like, my man has zero chill. He was just like
I think that was his dad.
He says, rolling. Get the shit.
If it was someone else, if that was like Daniels, I don't think he would have done it. I think
but I mean, like, it's his father-in-law.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like,
but at that point,
that shows like no foresight. It's just all emotion.
The major was addressing him as his in-law. He wasn't addressing him at that point as his.
It was fucked up.
It was very it was very personal.
She's like, get your narrow ass back. I'm like, narrow ass.
We've only seen Prez fight a kid and an old man so far. I'm just realizing some things about this character. Like,
at least he didn't pull a Ziggy and was like, hey. People say this isn't. I know this isn't really a react-worthy show. It's more discussion, but there was some good reaction.
There was some good reaction.
I'm sorry. When he shot cheese, I was like, oh.
Yeah. And then,
They told me it was Rat Shot. He was like, the next one. I used to, when I had back in the day, when I used to rock my shotty, that's why I had it you want to put your rounds in a different order. So I have, like, bird shot.
I thought you were just slinging it around like Omar. I'm like, what?
Nice.
Oh, so you used to put like.
I had different rounds in it to be like, oh yeah, my first 2 rounds are all bird shot, but then after that it's deer slug, so I can shoot through 5 apartments.
As soon as how you can shoot someone in your
firefight in my house for some reason. I don't have a shotgun anymore.
Okay, good.
I forget blasted 2 target reticles in the range.
Yep. The guy was like, "Don't break these targets." Well,
first shot, you were aiming this way, and then like the fucking target blasted out.
It was a ridiculous shotgun. Anyway, but like Brother Muzone shooting cheese, and then them having to work it out with Prop Joe, Blind Butchie.
So what was Prop Joe trying to do with the blonde guy?
I don't know.
What?
Blonde guy.
Blonde guy. They're trying to work some deal out. Was he trying to have Omar go take care of Brother Muzone?
That's what I thought, maybe.
Blind Butchie.
Is he blind?
Yeah, he's
blind. I thought you said blonde. I was like, who the fuck is blonde?
I was like, he's behind the
Who
bar.
suddenly has like a very muscular nephew at the bar.
Right?
Yeah,
Just made my nephew.
I don't know her.
Hayward.
So who are you flexing for, dog? Calm down.
He's posing.
He was doing pull-ups before that shot.
Right.
Hayward.
A small note, I enjoyed Bunk on the boat. He was very scared.
Yeah, he was
he got relaxed, smoking a cigar.
He's such a
He's like, yeah, we're out here.
It took like a day.
In fact, when McNulty was like, yeah, he was like, yeah, we'll get back on the water. Bunk hit him. He's like, take me with you. I want to be on the boat too.
I appreciate how organized the Greeks were though. Like it was just like shut it down, and all of a sudden, no more phone calls. We're chucking phones. Like,
Flush
the guy at the restaurant, he's like, who's the Pitos?
It's a Windows command prompt like /end, and then it's like, I don't know no Sabaka. I don't know.
God, Micky walked in there and said, I need to speak to him. And they're just like, who? Like that's gotta be the like just like
that'd be terrifying.
I don't know who you're talking about. Like, oh god, like you know when you get scared and like your balls like tighten up and suck up a little bit, and you're like, oh shit's hitting the fan. Like he had to in that moment, he had to be like, no, things are going sideways quick.
I would love those little pans in just.
Oh, you ain't got proper scared then, man. You get real scared
when it hits your belly button.
Yeah, they tighten up, man.
Like they cramp?
Oh yeah, the gubernaculum.
They don't cramp. They just get.
That's what it's called. Corey was telling me the gubernaculum.
I don't want to say that word.
You know, in the statue of David versus Goliath, and David has like kind of a small peen and like little tight nuts, and they're like, yeah, well, he's scared because he's fighting Goliath. Yeah, your shit shrink because you don't want to get hit in it. You know, you want to go into a fight.
I know the cold weather shit was.
Nuts go up there and they touch your diaphragm, so you don't.
The old script.
I didn't know they get tight.
They a little tight. Maybe it's just me. I don't know.
So
I think they
you know whose balls got tight this episode? Kima's about the kid.
Yeah.
Kima's like.
She hit her with the. She was just straight
hand in the pan.
Kima's fucking
with the belly
chatty.
too.
She was straight Al Bundy in that bitch.
Yes.
Like the baby's kicking.
She low-key looked like a deadbeat dad. Like it was weird.
Right.
Yeah.
I think she just like. She was talking to what's her name. It was like it's just a fear of missing out on the field and stuff. It's again, guys. I personally have an irrational fear of having kids. Like it makes every time I think about it, I feel like my heart's gonna drop out of my ass. So I feel
The kid's gonna drop out of your ass.
Exactly, bro.
Kids are gross. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Irrational fear to have.
I'll be right back.
What you call it? Are you guys team FBI or police? Team West Side or team East Side?
Shit, what? Fuck, Baltimore PD all the way, bro.
Yeah,
FBI don't even know they got a mole. It's just going way over their head. They're like, we don't know what's happening here. You're gonna use the text messages to correlate the time of the GPS? What?
And then,
I know it was 2003. So.
It was pretty cool to see the whole text message thing. And then we see Omar. He gave money to his peoples.
Mm-hmm.
That was really cool of Omar.
He gave some to Blind Butch. Is that Omar's dog? Did he just leave him with Butch, or did Butch had the dog?
I think it's Butchie's dog.
Butchie's dog.
Also, so like, is Butchie like a bank?
Who?
Is Butchie like a bank?
I think Butchie is his bank.
This is fake.
But he's that for his people. Like, is he like giving money to the community as well?
I think his people, as in like probably his family.
Oh.
Because specifically,
Yes, family.
Well, he said my people. That's what I would assume he means that because Omar doesn't people like. I mean, I don't think he's doing it for the streets.
He's an independent.
He's not Robin Hood.
I thought he came off as Robin Hood. I thought he is Robin Hood because doesn't he steal from drug dealers and then give it back to the community?
No, he steals from drug dealers and gives it mostly to himself. Sometimes he gives the drugs to people that need it for a little bit of money. So.
But then why did he just give the money to Butch right there?
Because he said this is for my people and this is for my. He said this is for a rainy day. Like Omar can't use a bank.
So he is using Butchie as a bank. That's what I asked.
She said I
was trying to lead people down there. I don't know if it was exactly obvious. I don't want to be accused of spoiling things.
You're spoiling it.
Well, he said he's got a rainy day.
I thought it was for Bush's
That's why.
rainy day. Like,
I thought like just in case you need it for this bar closing. I don't know. He's kind of like a Robin Hood, maybe, but he really keeps the money to fund his own operations, which is
like Robin Hood. The app.
Like Robin Hood the app.
Yeah. What else we got?
Asshole.
More about money. Nikki's girl finds the money too. I
Yeah.
get her point, dude. She's trying to live a clean life with the kid and everything. Like that's dirty money. She fucking knows it.
Is that dirty money gonna get you a house?
Yeah, but I mean, like, all right, for her, and I know that Nikki's like, I gotta look out for my family, but like, look, man, you play the game long enough, you're going to jail or you're getting dead. So like, she's like, what about this kid we got? You know, like this little cute girl, we're walking around and she knows the names of all the ships and shit. Eventually, someone's gonna probably shoot you right in the kneecap, bro. Like, you know, ruin her kid's life. I don't know.
Like some Greek dude.
You gotta be worried about that.
Nah, then Nikki needs to give
Nikki.
the old...
I bet Nikki has a plan where he just stays in the game for a little bit and then just.
He needs to give her the old.
Every drug dealer has a plan where they stay in the game for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
You start up.
Wow. That's always the plan.
I wouldn't know.
I'm gonna get in, get out. Oh, I'm still here. Oh no, the money's too good.
20 years later,
I enjoy the power.
Like I'm just helping some friends out, you know.
I am the one that knocks. I am the danger.
Nikki needs to say that to to his boo. I'm not saying that Skylar syndrome is a thing. I just mean
Skylar syndrome is just.
it. He's being reasonable.
All my friends hated Skylar so much. I was like,
Skylar
guys,
syndrome.
like, I mean, I know that she's kind of like an antagonist in some ways, but like, she's
I didn't hate
100%. My friends was like, I fucking hate her. Like, why? Because she's getting in Walt's way. And I'm like, bro, like,
I hated her too.
if you were in her position, she's being essentially abused on a daily. Like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, I didn't quite understand that. Like, I was irritated because I wanted Walt to succeed, and I was like, oh no, Skylar, please don't find out. But I didn't like hate her.
Right.
In the same way.
But
I'm
then
like,
when she went and messed around with the old boy, then
Why was that though? That was not the worst part of you.
What?
I fucked Ted. Are you kidding me? That's not Ted. She should have fucked more than just
Yes.
Ted.
But why does that equate to cheating? I break the law so you get to cheat?
Yes.
What?
Here we are again, folks. Round 3.
Yes.
I don't know when we had this discussion last.
No,
time.
we did have it before. All right, we're not gonna get into it.
IFT's hot button issue, Game of Thrones. What else? I don't know.
You really think that cheating is worse than risking your family's life and whole existence?
Or murder.
Not really.
Just murder.
Their
Which
family
one's
had
worse?
no idea.
Marquette, if you murder somebody, I'm a fuck a bitch. I'm putting it out there. But why? Because
What if it was self-defense?
I had to fuck her in self-defense. She was coming at me with a vagina. And it was
This has gone completely off the rails.
Anyway,
Alright.
this was a good episode. It was really cool to see Frank kind of freak out over his son. Frank, be a better father. Everybody out there, be better parents one day. If you're not already good ones. Bye.
Bye.
All right, The Wire, Season 2, Episode 10, Storm Warnings. Let's talk about it. I really like the beginning of the show, the montage with Johnny Cash, I Walk the Line, playing. Really good sequence because it just shows everybody in their element. Prez is putting together the puzzle. He's kind of reorganizing the board. Sabatka was the main focus of the case, but now he's coming to find out, he's not really even a player that we're remotely interested in. He's a part of the whole thing, but he's not the guy. The picture is a lot bigger now. So he's rearranging the board. Everyone's just in their element, and it's the montage is showing everything that they learned in season 1, only now they're a well-oiled machine and they're just moving a lot faster. So it was a really good start to the episode. Let's get Ziggy's storyline out the way, because I'm just tired of talking about this guy. I have forgotten a lot of things from my first watch. Okay, this happens to me a lot. I watch shows and then I forget a lot of the details because I'm on a reaction channel, so my job requires me to consume hundreds of hours of media per year. So old shows that I haven't seen for like a year or so, my mind starts to delete some things because it's not important anymore. So I had completely forgotten how Dee exits the show. Like when I was watching, I was like, yeah, Dee's not part of the whole show, but I can't remember what happens to him. And the same thing happened with Ziggy. I didn't quite remember the level of shenanigans that he gets up to. Like this whole time I've been kind of trying to sympathize with him, but now I take everything back. If I've said anything nice about Ziggy, I take it all back because I completely forgot that he goes on a shooting rampage this episode. And Ziggy is just beyond reckless with everything he does and everything that he touches, from, stealing the beamers with the radio blaring, just no regard for being stealthy at all, to taking one for a joyride to the fence that you're stealing them. And of course, he's a little bit of a bitch, so people are going to take advantage of him. We've seen that all season. So what was his name? Glekas decides to take advantage of him, and Ziggy lost it. That was his breaking point, and he shot him. He killed him. I'm glad he kind of turned himself in. I guess that's admirable. What was the point of Ziggy's character? I don't know. He was just annoying fuck up the whole time. He had I don't know. I don't really know how to feel about him. I mean, you can't blame the guy for wanting to create opportunities and make some money, but he just never went about anything the right way. He just never really took care into anything he was doing. Also blowing his money as soon as he got it. Buying, several $1,000 collars for a duck. Like, come on, Ziggy. So anyways, I'm done talking about Ziggy. Let's talk about the pits. So the east side is finally coming into the towers. Bodhi is confused by Stringer's decision, and Stringer kind of lets him know, yo, man, it's the new product. Like, it makes sense. Bodhi is confused by Stringer's decision, but he respects it ultimately, and he very quickly adapts to it, because now Eastside is in there and they're doing business their own way and they're cutting prices. So Bodhi comes back and cuts his own prices. Now I don't know how that's going to affect the overall chain, but like it's a different war now. Now it's a war of sales. So it's just cool to see Bodhi quickly adapting to his environment. He's always been very, very good at that, but now Bodhi's kind of starting to see, like, what's going on here? Why are we doing this? Especially with Brother Muzone coming into the picture, and later on, Brother Muzone is sitting on his bench talking about the magazines, and his presence is enough to keep Eastside at bay. But then Bodhi's like, wait, I thought we had a co-op, so why do we need him to keep them away? Something's not adding up, and he's picking up on it. And speaking of Brother Muzone, we see him in action. He's kind of like John Wick in the projects, man. He's just wild, and he shoots cheese without any care, broad daylight. Doesn't matter who's watching. So Brother Muzone is a very controversial character, not because he brings controversy to the show, but a lot of people don't really like him because they feel like he's too much of a character, like he's too written, you know what I mean? Like this show has a very uncomfortable level of authenticity to it, and Brother Muzone feels a little too written, because like a lot of the characters in the show are based on real people, especially like the big players like Avon, Omar, Prop Joe. Like a lot of these people are based on real life people. Brother Muzone is completely fabricated for the story, so I can totally see how people picked up on that. Like it's one of those things, like which of these things does not belong. So Brother Muzone is a very love-hate character. I am enjoying his performance. I think he does a pretty good job. Michael Potts, I think he does a pretty good job with the portrayal of the character, but I totally see how he doesn't fit, I guess. But the whole thing of his character show, when people think of like a typical black person as a gangster, like they think of like baggy clothes, reckless behavior, and Brother Muzone, he's very put together, bow tie. You wouldn't suspect him. So I think that's kind of the portrayal of his character, is like, don't judge a book by its cover, or criminal activity comes in all shapes and looks, and somebody could be very well put together and you wouldn't even know that they were into some dirt. Kind of like Butchie and Prop Joe and Avon, all of these big players, they were never in the picture, right? Like all of the people that are actually running things, you never really see them. And Butchie, he has a bar, and he's always working at the bartender at that bar/restaurant. Prop Joe has like this electronics shop, maybe like a sales shop, And he's always tinkering around, like he fixed the toaster this episode. So all of these guys have a front, but they work in that front. Like they have a trade job, and they stick to it to stay undercover. So, you know, in a way, they're kind of similar to Brother Muzone there. Like, you can't judge a book by its cover, and you never know what anybody's really into. So that's Brother Muzone. I don't know. I'm enjoying him so far, so we'll see what happens with that. And we see quite a bit of technology in this episode, going back to the detail. You know, we see Herc and Carver putting those gigantic GPS trackers on the bottom of cars. We see them going apeshit about the GPS working. They're like, oh my God, you can follow where they're going. McNulty was on like this like thick laptop. And text messaging. Text messaging was just beginning on the horizon. You know, that's when we were still texting with T9. If you know, you know. Some of you are probably too young to know what T9 was. But yeah, it's the beginnings of all these technologies. And you look back, it's like, that's like maybe like 15 years ago. You know, it hasn't been that long. Like the cell phone boom to what it was like 15 years ago to what it is now, it is an astronomical shift how crazy fast that technology grew. And it's just funny to see the beginnings of it, you know, because like people are like, wait, what are they doing on the phone over there? It's like, oh, that's a text message. Let me tell you about text messaging. So it was just funny to relive the nostalgia of old technology. And the FBI gets involved with the detail. You know, we're working with federal police now. And Daniels even said that, you know, DEA provided the trackers, FBI provided the GPS software. And so you compare the technology and the resources of these federal divisions versus the state-run police, and it is a huge, stark difference. Like, federal bureaus have way more resources, way more organized, way better operating. You know, they have it all because they're getting it straight from the government. Meanwhile, the states are kind of fighting for what they have, and the states don't have a lot because the economy is fucked up because of people like Avon and Prop Joe that are sucking all the money up for themselves, and the politicians who are also sucking up a lot of the money for themselves. And so you see why there's like a huge stark difference between the resources of federal agencies versus state agencies. But now they're working together, so that's awesome. And they're going to be able to work even quicker. Valchek is obviously really pissed about that, and Prez decked him this episode. That was so awesome to watch. I really enjoyed that. I think that punch meant a lot, you know, because like Prez has been under the thumb of Valchek like all his life. Valchek was planning out his whole life up to his retirement. I mean, Prez had no say in the matter, so I think that punch is like, it means a lot. You know, he's saying no, he's resisting, he wants to keep doing what he's doing, and it seemed like he was going to get in trouble. Well, I actually don't know what is going to happen because he did get in trouble, and Lester did mention that I don't think he's coming back, so I can't remember what happens with Prez for the rest of the season, but I'm glad that he did that. It was satisfying. It was very, very satisfying. And Valchek is he's just a grimy dude, man. He's bad police. He's like the definition of bad police because he only does police work for his own personal agenda, not because he needs to do police work. Like, okay, fine, you call these boys to take Frank Sabatka out, but look at all of the other stuff that they have found. What kind of person looks at all of that and be like, yeah, I don't care about that, just do what I wanted you to do? Like, dude, look how big the picture is. Like, oh my God, how can you not see what's right in front of you? And I really hate Valchek. He's the worst kind of police. But going back to the federal bureaus and the state police, you see a lot of animosity between them too, right? Like when the federal agents first show up at the detail, Herc and Carver are outside, and you can tell they just don't get along. And even when they finally did show up in peace because they were supposed to be there, Lester and Bunk had that like, you know, funny moment with like that Western, like, you take the three over there, and it was funny, but there's some reality to that animosity because obviously the state-run departments see how good the federal bureaus have it, and the federal bureaus look down on the state-run departments because they don't have as much, and so there's this animosity. That's why you always see in like cop movies and TV shows when like, you know, a cop is on the scene and then an FBI agent shows up. He's like, "You get out of here. This is my case. This is my jurisdiction." And now you know why, because they need those clearances. They need those cases to do better in their personal careers and just for the city in general. So when the FBI shows up, the states typically don't like it, which is odd because, again, you're all, you know, whether you're working federally or on the state level, you're all police. You're all supposed to be on the same page, and it's annoying to see that no one's ever on the same page. And I want to talk about Butchie real quick when Omar shows up at his bar or restaurant or whatever it is. Butchie says, you know, like the East Side West Side beef goes all the way back to Frank Matthews. Frank Matthews was from the West Side. He got in bed with the Italians from New York. So we've been hearing about New York since season 1. That's where Avon's stuff was coming from. So there you go. That's another piece of this overall picture that we got, is like the New York connection is the Italians. So now you have West Side connected with the Italians. You have East Side connected with the Greeks, and the Greeks are connected with the Colombians. And it just makes me wonder who the Italians are connected to. Honestly, probably the Colombians. And, you know, you got to pay attention to the dialogue, because sometimes they tell these stories in like just passing, and it's very easy to miss, but they're building that whole picture for you. And now you kind of see where, you know, obviously if Frank Matthews got the West Side product and he had a very legitimate connect, well, yeah, people on the East Side are probably going to go do the same thing. And it just, generation by generation, it just gets worse and worse. The animosity between competition gets worse and worse and more violent. But I really like that scene. And also when Omar comes in to hand Butchie the money, he's wearing a shirt that says, "I am the American Dream," which has a double meaning in this scene, or even just in this, or for Omar in general. In one sense, he kind of is the American Dream, right? Not because he's robbing drug dealers, but like the essence of what he's doing. Like before, you know, when we came to this country, when my family came to this country, I mean, everybody outside of America, I don't know if they still talk about America this way, but back in the day, America was the place you wanted to be. That's where you want to go. It's the land of opportunity. It's the land of freedom. That's where you can make things happen. But everybody is also fully aware that just because you land in America doesn't mean you're going to have a good life. You got to fight for your opportunity still, but you are at least given the opportunity to fight for something. You know what I mean? In other countries, it's not like that. You don't have the opportunity to do a lot of the things that you can do in America. So the essence of what Omar is doing, right? If you want something, you go get it. If you have a goal, you got to work hard to go achieve it. That's the essence of the American dream. Well, Omar wants to rob drug dealers for a living, and he's pretty good at it. So in a very weird sense, he is the American dream. But on the flip side of that, it's ironic because for as much opportunity as America is known to have, and how everybody, you know, a lot of foreign people think about, man, it's the land of opportunity, it's also the land of immense poverty and immense corruption that you wouldn't expect a first world country like America to have. And Baltimore is a great example of that. There is immense poverty there, child hunger, low education, zero opportunity. That does not sound like, you know, what America is usually touted as. And so that's the ironic double meaning, is that, you know, he's in this fucked up city, in this fucked up society, in this fucked up living situation, and that's not what you associate with the American dream, but that's kind of what it is. So it was an interesting wardrobe decision there. I thought it was pretty cool. And then Kima and Cheryl, I think Cheryl, right? That's her girlfriend. They're having some problems. Cheryl's pregnant, and I think Kima is very, very afraid of parenthood. She tried to get some advice from B in the episode. I really liked when Kima came home, though, and she was like, I thought you went grocery shopping. And then they were watching TV together, and it's a shot of like Kima and Cheryl cuddling together, but then slowly the TV blocks out Cheryl, and you just see Kima, and that was really good cinematography to just show like where her mind space is at, and they're having some problems, and I hope they can work it out. But like Kima is very, very much married to the job. We've seen that. So when she has a kid, I think she is going to struggle. She's very similar to McNulty in a way. Now, she's not promiscuous. She's not sleeping around. She's not cheating on her wife. But McNulty is also married to the job. And he also doesn't have a whole lot of time for his kids. Even when his kids are around, he's still working. So, like, Kima and McNulty do have that parallel of just being married to their jobs. And I wonder how Kima's going to deal with parenthood. And that's kind of all the major things that happen. The Greeks are starting their cleanup. Text messaging is such a big deal. It's funny. But McNulty was really smart to figure out, the GPS location plus time of when the phone call was made is enough for them to get that phone number. And you also figure out some of the laws behind, like, what kind of information. They showed up with a subpoena, and he's like, yeah, I can give you whatever you need. I can give you the mailing address, blah, blah, blah. If you come with a search warrant, I can give you 2 months worth of text messages. 2 months is a long time, but again, this was back in like 2002. So imagine how much more information they have collected on you nowadays. I imagine it was 2 months because they didn't have the server space to keep that much information for everybody. But like storage technology has grown immensely since then in 2021. So now I wonder if the police wanted to get your text messages, how far back it goes, because I bet you it's way longer than 2 months. They might have your entire history on record. I don't know. I'm just speculating. And also another funny technology was like when they needed to translate the text from the Greeks. Google Translate didn't exist, right? Like Google barely existed. And it was funny that essentially Google Translate was like a top secret like FBI tool, and on the screen it said translation module, and I guess only the FBI had access to it, and now we all have Google Translate. So it's crazy to see where technology was and where it's come and what's available to the general public now that maybe was considered a crime fighting tool back in the day. And then at the end of the episode, the Greeks are just cleaning up. A lot of drugs went down the drain. I mean, that was a mountain of drugs that they put down the drain. And then Nick is grieving for Ziggy. And then Merritt Weber comes out of nowhere. I had no idea that she was also in this show in the small part. What was her name? She plays Prissy. But yeah, Merritt Weber, I don't know. She came out of nowhere. That was a surprise to me. It's awesome to see all these like actors in the show that I didn't remember, and like where they were and where their careers have gone to now. It's really awesome. So anyways, another fantastic episode. I liked it a lot. Let us know what you guys think about it. Let's talk about Brother Muzone in the comments. Do you like him? Do you hate him? Why? Let us know. And while you're down there, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, all that good stuff, and we'll see you next week. Peace.
Thanks for watching The Wire with the Normies. Check us out on Patreon for early access and uncut content. Special shout out to our super patrons, Kwasi, Sakif, Clayton, Harry MacFan, Explorin' Dylan, Dane, Mr. Momus, Joe, Yusuf, Kadim, ZJP, and Keyboard Junkie, and we'll see you all next time.